Hey, hey, come on in the room. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Welcome to Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure to come and share with you every Tuesday at 1 p.m. So listen, come on in the room, say hello as you're coming in the room. I'm going to share this live, and I hope you will do the same. Hope everyone has had an amazing day thus far. Hey, Aunt Jackie, how are you? Hope you are doing absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Come on in the room, like and share this video. Come on, like and share this video. Want to talk to you about something today. Hey, Erlene, how are you? Want to chat with you about a few things today that I believe that will help you put into some perspective of some things. I'm sure you've already saw what our topic. Hey, Octavia, what our topic is for today. It is pressure did me a favor. I know you're probably saying, Dr. Vaughn, that doesn't sound like it makes much sense. But yes, pressure did me a favor. Hey, Brigitte, pressure did me a favor. Why do you say that, Dr. Vaughn? Why do you say that pressure did me a favor? Because oftentimes when we look at pressure, we speak negative of it. When we talk about pressure, we don't like pressure. We don't want to be crushed. We don't want pressure. We don't want the storms. We don't want the trials. We don't want the life experiences. We don't want the hurt. We don't want the pain. We don't want the frustration. We don't want the abandonment. We don't want the valleys. We don't want the mount. Hey, thank you so much, Erling. We don't want those things. So when we talk about pressure, oftentimes we think of pressure in a negative connotation. Oftentimes we think of pressure being something bad. But when I say pressure did me a favor, I want you to take a moment, really take a moment. I know it didn't feel good. I know some of those memories and those experiences were devastating. But I want you to take a moment and think about, who are you now because of them? Who are you now because of those experiences? Who are you now because of that pressure that was applied? Who are you now because of that valley that you had to walk through? Who are you now because of that fire you had to dwell in? Who are you now? Who are you now? And when you begin to think about who you are now, you'll begin to realize that you are a lot more powerful than you thought you ever were. You will realize that a lot of your strengths and a lot of your, the stuff that you have in you, possessing you now, you will realize that it came from your pressure. It did not come from the sunshiny days. It did not come from the glitz and the glamour. Most of who we are today and most of what we developed was developed in a hard place. I said most of who we are today and most of what we have acquired was developed in a hard place. Let's be realistic. And so when I begin to say pressure did me a favor, I begin to shift my perspective that I no longer look at pressure in a negative connotation. No, I'm not saying that. I am just saying, come on, put pressure on me, put pressure on me. But what I'm saying is that I appreciate the pressure now. I now appreciate it. Why? Because it is making something in me. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you, because I always like to prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. In a pressure cooker, and hear me clearly, in a pressure cooker, pressure is increased. The temperature gets hotter so that more flavor can be extracted from the meat. I'll say it again. In a pressure cooker, pressure is increased. Temperatures get hotter so that more flavor can be extracted from the food. Yep, I'm being pressed so more can come out of me. I said, God is pressing me so that more can come out of me. Okay? In a wine press, the pressure is increased gradually to break what is holding the essence and cause it to flow freely. I'll say it again. In a wine press, the pressure is increased gradually to break what is holding the essence and cause the essence to flow freely. God is putting pressure on me to break what has been keeping me in this hold, that's in this incubation. I have to break what is surrounding me so that my essence can flow freely. Some of us have been stuck in some stuff, and that's why our essence hasn't been flowing. Some of us have been despising the pressure. We don't want the pressure, so therefore we're stuck, and our essence can't flow freely because we won't allow God to apply pressure, which would break that which is holding me. Come on. Here's another thing. When you press a garment, it helps to shape the fabric, flatten the seams and the edges. Ooh, I don't think y'all hearing me. When you press a garment, it helps you to shape the fabric, flatten the seams and the edges. What am I trying to say? The pressure has helped to shape me, flatten out some rough edges in me, and smooth out the seams so that God can see the fullness of, come on. This pressure did me a favor. The pressure that I'm experiencing is doing me a favor. It is not for my detriment. It is not to kill me. It is not to destroy me. It is for me to be better. There's something in me that can only come out when pressure is applied. Okay. I said there's something in me that can only come out of me when pressure is applied. Let's talk real, guys. Many of us won't do some things until the pressure is applied. I said it. We won't do some things till the pressure is applied. Many of us won't embrace who we are till the pressure is applied. Many of us won't flow in what we need to flow in till the pressure is applied. Many of us won't make some decisions till the pressure is applied. So what are you saying, Dr. Vaughn? The pressure produced my oil. The pressure smoothed out my rough edges. The pressure is breaking barriers that have blocked my flow. The pressure has bound me up from me being able to embrace the fullness of what belongs to me. It is the pressure that is needed for me to get out of me what God has been trying to get to flow. So yes, somebody type, pressure did me a favor. That's what somebody need to type. Pressure did me a favor. Pressure did me a favor. I didn't want to make the decision. I didn't want to make the choice. I didn't want to go that way. I didn't want to remove that relationship. I didn't want to disconnect, but pressure did me a favor. Pressure broke the barrier that was keeping me from making the decision. Pressure broke what was hindering me from flowing in what I needed to flow in. Pressure helped shape and mold me into what I needed to be. Pressure was the very thing that extracted the very essence and the flavor out of me. Most of what's in me, I didn't even know was in me until the pressure was applied. I don't think y'all hearing me. Some of the things that came out of me, I didn't even know was in me, y'all, till the pressure got applied. And I know I'm not the only one. Some of you didn't even realize that you had the strength to actually overcome and conquer what you overcame and conquer until the pressure got applied. You thought that was just it. You thought you were going to have to settle. You thought you were going to be stuck there. You thought that it was going to be, but when the pressure got applied, come on here, somebody. When the pressure got applied, it was then that I realized that there was another dimension of oil in me that I didn't even know existed. Because all I saw was the olive. I didn't see what was inside. I hope y'all hearing me. I didn't see what was inside of me. All I saw was the olive. I didn't see what was inside of me. All I saw was the grape. I didn't see what was inside of me. All I saw was the actual pressure cooker. I didn't see what was inside of me. I just saw iron. I did not see what was in me, but when the pressure got applied, I started seeing something seeping out. And all of a sudden, I started realizing that there was an essence inside of me that was much more valuable than the thing that was holding me. I'll say it again. I started seeing the essence flow out of me that was more valuable and more powerful than the thing holding me. I'll say that one more time for the people in the back. During the pressing, I started to see what was flowing out of me that was more valuable than that which was holding me. Pressure did me a favor. Pressure did me a favor. Pressure did me a favor. So I'm no longer bound because pressure did me a favor. I no longer have a barrier in front of me because pressure did me a favor. Thank you for the pressure. Thank you, God, for the pressure. I didn't like it when it was happening. I didn't like how it felt. I didn't really want to even embrace it. But guess what? Pressure did me a favor. Thank you, pressure. Thank you. Thank you. Pressure. Somebody type pressure made me better. I dare somebody type pressure made me better. 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 That's right. Why? Because I know who I was before the pressure applied. I know who I was during the pressure. But then, my God, I see who I am after the pressure was applied. I see what is manifesting after the pressure was applied. So no, I'm not despising none of it. God used every pressure, even if it was something he allowed the enemy to do. God used every measure of pressure to produce something great out of me. It is producing something great. And somebody needs to know that pressure is producing something great out of me. Woo! I just encouraged somebody right there. Pressure is producing something great out of me. 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 Pressure is producing something great out of each and every one of you. Pressure is. Pressure is. So yes, that's what I came by to tell somebody. I wanted you to look at pressure in a different kind of way. Remember what I told you? In the pressure cooker, the pressure is increased. The temperature gets hotter so the flavor can be extracted. I'll say it again. In a pressure cooker, the pressure is increased. The temperature gets hotter so the flavor can be extracted. In a wine press, the pressure is increased to gradually break what is holding the essence so that the essence can flow freely. When you press a garment, it helps to shape the fabric, flatten the seams, and smooth out the edges. I hope you're hearing me. I hope you're hearing me. I hope you're hearing me. So pressure made me better. Pressure made me better. So I asked that you would change your thought process, change how you view things, change your outlook. Stop despising the pressure and start looking at it and say, pressure did me a favor. I'd have still been in that relationship if pressure didn't come. I'd have still been in that friendship if pressure didn't come. I'd have still been on that job if pressure didn't come. I'd have been still at that ministry if pressure didn't come. I would have been still sitting without my degree if pressure didn't come. I am grateful for the pressure. I am. And I hope you are too. I hope you are too. Because listen, pressure did you a favor. Pressure did you a favor. And so that is our lunchtime empowerment talk. You know, I like to push you, and I'm pushing you all the way. As much as God is pushing me, I am pushing you. And I am super excited about what God is bringing forth out of you. I hope you receive something to make you think a little different, something that will help you push just a little bit further. There's flavor coming out of you. There's essence coming out of you. You're being reshaped. You're being smoothed. Come on. Pressure did me a favor. Thank you. Thank you for the pressure. I appreciate it. And so, as always, this is Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead. I always take it as an honor and a privilege for you to come and hang out with me for a little lunchtime talk, where we come on for about 15 minutes just to push you and prime you to keep you pushing throughout the week, to encourage you and to let you know something great is happening inside of you and to encourage you along the journey. So I hope that you receive something. I thank you. As always, listen, if you have not, for those of you who have not, if you have not already, make sure you head over to the website and grab your ticket for the Restore Your Roar Empowerment Brunch. We only got a couple of them left. Make sure you head over there and grab you one. Listen, we want you to be in the room with us. We want you to be in the room with us. Why? Because we're coming in the room declaring we came out with something to say. So yes, the pressure was applied, but guess what? We came out with something to say. And so it's always right down there at the bottom. You'll see our website, www.shavonnawhitehead.com. Click over there, click on the link, and make sure you grab your ticket and be in the room. I love you all. I appreciate you. Oh, I love you too. Hey, Lily. Hey, I love you too, Aunt Jackie. Deanna, I love you. My pleasure, Miss Gwen. So listen, make sure you share this with somebody because somebody is in the middle of a press. Somebody is in the middle of a press and they're discouraged because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good. Share this with them and let them know pressure is doing you a favor. It'll strengthen them to keep enduring the press because there's something greater on the other side. And so listen, make sure, and if you have not already done, I love you too, A. If you have not already done so, you can head over to the website and grab your copy of the I Am More Empowerment Journal as well. It'll help keep pushing you along the journey, even while you're in the middle of a press. And so I love you all. I appreciate you all. And guess what? I'll be back here next week, Tuesday at 1 p.m. for Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. If you have anything, you can always reach me via inbox. You can email me at info@shavonnawhitehead.com. Or guess what? You can always comment. I'm always here to help to push you along the way. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next week. All right. Have a great day.